So, do you guys want to break the fourth wall and tell why we suddenly have come
so
back
guys,
in?
it rained outside.
It didn't rain. It was thundering outside.
Yes, intense conversation और फिर बारिश हो गई.
अंदर का तूफान.
Now we are here.
क्या बात! इतना तूफान भरा हुआ था, अभी भी चल रहा है बाहर.
So
अभी बातें ऐसी हो रही है तो आसमान भी रोएगा.
God. So coming back to where he dropped it,
Right.
I think you really need this one artist, at least one artist in your life who you would listen to
Right.
and be inspired throughout your life. मेरे लिए वो inspiration का विषय है. And when I listen to those guys, I feel like this very guy, Jafar Zaidi, he's an angel, he's God sent. That's how he looks also, the way that he does his music, कितना प्यार से करता है, नहीं?
Very gracefully.
So I think that's where I think he has some divine power to him.
Actually, we all have got that divine power. What I feel, maybe आपके लिए वो काविश है, but आप भी किसी के लिए हो सकते हो.
True that.
It's like vice versa.
But
Give and take.
you guys are working so hard trying to find young artists. While you were talking about KMR, that's what we spoke. That you're actively, you're trying to encourage people to get into it. Have you ever met somebody who's in this for 5 seconds of fame? Who is like, oh, I want to get into this not because of music, but because they see you and they're like, oh, they're doing so well, and ke fans kitne hain.
I think the best part is, please. I think the best part is, वैसे लोग हमसे मिल नहीं पाते हैं.
अगर मिलते भी है तो नजरें नहीं मिला पाते.
Intimidate हो जाते हैं.
I think we have kept that purity of it with us. मतलब they won't even like dare to say कि this is what I want out of it, or even if he or she doesn't say it, you will still catch it. Right?
Yeah.
And ये ऐसी चीज, if you are trying to fake it, आप ऐसे पकड़े जाओगे. You can't fake it ज़्यादा time के लिए.
और है ये एक long game. Music is a long game. Can't happen overnight. So if you are in it for the long game, फिर वो आपका ये टेस्ट मैच है, इसमें मेटल पता चल ही जाता है. So that's how you filter people.
More like meditating with your own self. The more you go into depth, the more you find yourself. Music is just like that.
It's so interesting to listen आप तीनों के perspectives, because all three of you so different school of thought. The way he's perceiving things and you are perceiving, and then you do it. It's so glad that आप तीनों बिल्कुल same नहीं हो, because it gets
But at
people.
the same time, हम same
Yes,
भी
I
हैं.
mean,
बहुत ज़्यादा same.
हाँ, आप same हो, but then that there must be somebody who can relate to you. With your perception, you might not get him, and you have that at KMR is great.
Yeah.
So it's relatable, and you are catering to a wider audience of fans
glad.
or people who want to get into it.
Yeah. बहुत उसके लिए we are grateful कि we are able to do it. 3 अलग-अलग लोग हैं और भी हैं हमारे साथ और सब अलग हैं. Like when you meet the others, all of them are very different than what we are, and I think that completes it. That makes it more beautiful. It's a rainbow.
गुलस्ता की तरह.
गुलिस्तान.
क्या बात.
फ्लावर्स आप बहुत देखते हो, वो होते बहुत सारे, but जब आप दूर से देखते हो लगते ही कि तो आई थिंक KMR कुछ ऐसा ही है.
Wow.
I think you described it.
Cute बातें करता है.
Pookie बातें करता है. Pookie talks.
Pookie talks.
It's good to be pookies.
Okay, so obviously, I don't know how many people who are in their early 20s, like late 20s, are venturing into music. But then, this is actually a more valid question for you because of the age group that you are surrounded with, of your age. In the time of reels and so much of, fastest finger first wala, you're just constantly scrolling and you want, we have extremely short span of attention. How do you get to create slow music which takes patience? Because you don't, do you have an audience there?
By simply getting away from that thing. when you get away from everything, you're close to yourself.
So, but still, it like you have to. I think probably is there a way that you do it? Like, is there a
Like every artist has their own process
What's
of making
yours?
music. I think I I observe a lot rather than absorbing.
art of observe?
Yeah, the art of
Observation.
observing. Yeah.
Yes.
So जब मैं observe करता हूँ, I see a lot of things and I feel like हमारे इर्द गिर्द इतनी सारी चीज़ें कि हमें और कहीं से इंस्पिरेशन की ज़रूरत चाहिए नहीं होती. So you already have everything in your surroundings, which can.
I want to see what he has to say about it, because I think, we would just get away and do songwriting somewhere like isolated or
True.
stuff like that. But
yes,
he's in the studio
He's-
and surrounded by people. वो कर ये कर. I don't know how he does that. I've never
मुझे
asked
फर्क
him.
नहीं पड़ता. नहीं सीरियसली, मतलब मैंने खुद को इस लेवल पे ट्रेन किया है, मैंने अपने दिमाग को पूरा ऑल्टर किया है, मैंने प्रॉपर्ली खुद कॉन्फ़िगर किया है कि आसपास कितने भी लोग हैं, कुछ भी कर रहे हैं,
True.
मुझे पता है मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मेरे को बस वही चीज़ सुनना है. एंड एट अ सर्टेन पॉइंट मैं स्ट्रिक्ट हो जाऊंगा, मैं बोलूँगा निकलो स्टूडियो से, मेरे को काम करने दो, क्योंकि एक बार वो आइडिया बहुत डेलिकेट है, एक बार चला गया इट्स गॉन, मैं फिर पछताऊंगा, रात भर मैं सो नहीं पाऊंगा.
अगर वो
So,
आपके दिमाग से चला गया,
exactly.
वो किसी और का आइडिया बन जाएगा.
Exactly.
So, before वो किसी और का हो,
I have
you
to-
really have to work on
उसको
that.
वहीं पे प्रोजेक्ट करना है, वहाँ पे दिमाग से निकाल के उसको एग्जिस्टेंस देनी है वहाँ पे, और ये बहुत ही डेलिकेट प्रोसेस होता है. एंड विद इन नो टाइम करना पड़ेगा, अगर चला गया आइडिया तो इट्स गॉन.
Has it ever been a case with you where you're like, shit, there was this tune in my head and I can't
किसी ने
place
पीछे
it?
से कुछ कर दिया,
हाँ, ठोका ना कुछ.
और फिर मैंने भी बहुत कुछ कर दिया बदले में.
Yeah, you regret a lot when you lose a melody or a tune.
फ्रस्ट्रेशन आ जाती है बहुत ही अजीब तरह की.
I couldn't sleep for a night.
Because you love
Yeah,
you.
because like
और अगर कुछ कभी रिकॉर्डिंग में नहीं मिला ना कि you had pressed record but it did not get,
और एक फ्रस्ट्रेशन हो जाती है.
because if it's gone, it's gone.
इट्स गॉन.
I think फिर वो
Recreated
अगर तुम
है,
खुश
yeah.
नसीब हो तो सालों के बाद वो वापस से मे बी
टूटता हुआ तारा फिर से नहीं दिखेगा. ऐसे ही.
क्या बोल रहा है?
आप एक ही बार देखते हो.
No, that's
आसमान
true, that's
टूट
true,
जाए.
absolutely.
तो आप समझो वो मेलोडी है ऐसी, एक बार आई तो फिर से नहीं आई. उसी
लेकिन
का
बात
शायद
तो
और
सच है.
कोई रेंडिशन बनेगा.
If there was music that, for example, first करें that you see your younger self, ठीक है, now, when you first experienced how music impacted you, what part of music do you think your younger self would be really affected by or like get inspired by now with what you've done?
I think my younger self would see the range. I think my younger self would see the kind of difference that there is between each of my songs. I tried to explore all these different colors, these genres, and I love doing that. I love pushing myself in a way कि ये गाना अगर मैंने ऐसे गाया, the next one I want to do something different.
Exactly.
Vocally. Like can I go in this direction? Can I hit that new high? Can I hit this new low? So I think that is what my younger self would be very
Keen to.
I think so. Yeah, I think my younger self would like it.
Wait, what about you? We'll
I
get
think
that.
we're on the same page when it comes to this question. Yeah.
It's
I would
very
have
similar.
given you the same answer.
What about you? A composition of yours, something that you produce that you, as somebody who had just started learning everything, and you learned सब कुछ खुद से. There was nobody teaching you. So if you went back to those many उतने साल पीछे अगर आप जाते, what composition of yours do you think would have been like, yeah, this is amazing?
Honestly, मुझे ऐसा फील होता है, मैंने अपने सब गानों को, अभी तक 40 गाने रिलीज हुए हैं, सबको अपने दिल का टुकड़ा छोटा दिया है, एंड जब सारे टुकड़े खत्म हो जाएंगे मैं भी खत्म हो जाऊंगा, मेरा ऐसा मानना है. लेकिन इन सब गानों में से एक गाना है ऐ याद.
Oh, don't
वो
यार, वो
पागल है.
गाना.
मतलब इस गाने के साथ मैं एक सर्टेन वे में जुड़ा हूँ, एंड थैंक्स टू ब्रदर
Yes,
कि इसने
yes.
बहुत बार इसने ट्रस्ट किया बहुत ही प्रेशियस कंपोजिशंस को लेकर मुझे, एंड ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है. एंड कि मतलब इसने जो इमेजिन किया था वो लिखते हुए कंपोज करते हुए, मैं उसको सोनिकली वो वैसी इमेज दे पा रहा हूँ, बहुत बड़ी बात है मेरे लिए.
Yeah, there's a reason Hyder is Hyder, and he's doing this long run with us because he understands without us telling him a lot. He gets it. Like we don't even have to tell him कि भाई this is the direction that song should go in. He has that sensibility. He listens to a melody. He imagines the
sing
scape
in
around.
such a way that now हमें बोलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती कि मुझे क्या चाहिए. जो मुझे चाहिए होता है वो पहले से ही उसने गाया होता है.
They are crazy.
It's with all three of us, not just me.
No, I think all of
Redefining.
I think when a person gets into art, you just reach that point of emotional maturity that आप सब एक point पे एक दूसरे को समझ लें.
यार कैसे नहीं समझेंगे, हम पूरे टाइम साथ में होते थे ना, हम सोते जागते उठते साथ में ही हैं. इससे ज्यादा क्या ही करेंगे.
You know, I think it's our routine. अगर हम रोज म्यूजिक बनाएं भी ना, हम रोज साथ में बैठ के सुने and we make sure कि मतलब you know we don't stay away from the studio for more than 2 days.
Exactly.
We have to be back there and you know एक दूसरे की सोबत में रह के even if we are just not making music, we are sharing ideas. We're sharing music.
It's completely a different energy in that particular place. When we are at that place, we are 100% sure that कुछ ना कुछ ही लेके जाएगा. आज हम कुछ ना कुछ बना के जाएंगे. ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ कि हम बैठे हैं और हमने कुछ बनाया ना हो या लिखा ना हो या anything. It has always been like that.
Totally.
So our reference of music comes from films, ठीक है, and a journey of every musician has been shown. दिल टूटता है, क्या होता है, जैसे ए याद सुन के you know your heart breaks और रू सुन के you're like बस एकदम crazy breakup चल रहा है life में, right? So
Breakup is real.
no, it's true. I mean, people who probably be eventually being an audience to this would be going through some really bad situationships or whatever exists now. But do you believe that this concept of toota hua aashik as an artist is the only form of producing art? That's all everywhere it's shown. Like whenever you see about cinema, somebody has to go through some really troubled times to create art. Is it always that always that the case?
I think you know over these years ये जो ख्याल है इसको मैंने बहुत evolve होते देखा है खुद में. I started out as this guy who romanticized pain, maybe sometimes induced pain. Because I thought that this is the only source for me to do what I do. This is the only source for me to make art. तो अभी क्या हुआ फिर कि one of our friends, Ali Safuddin, he got married, and I was with a few of my friends, and you know I broke this news to them. He got married, and some of them said कि you know अब तो अली भाई की शादी हो गई, अब तो वो खुश है, अब तो उसके अंदर दर्द नहीं बचा, तो अब वो म्यूजिक कैसे बनाएगा?
Oh my God!
It intrigued me. This question really like stayed with me. And फिर मैंने अली भाई से पूछा. मैंने कहा, what do you think about this? He said, you know what? I have not associated my pain with me finding love and not finding love. Pain is of a lot of types. It comes, you know, अलग-अलग तरीकों में तुम्हें दर्द मिलता है, दुख मिलता है जिंदगी में. So you know you should disassociate pain and this feeling of you know being in love or not finding the person that you love. So once you do that, आपके दर्द के मायने बदल जाते हैं. But I think कि एक इंसान को एक certain amount of experiences से होके गुजरना बहुत ज़रूरी है. In order for him to realize what is life about. And you know, I think you only appreciate light when you see the dark.
Totally.
So it's just like that.
Okay, if not pain, then do you think boredom is very important for a creator?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Boredom is important, equally important, because I think there is a stretch कि अभी मतलब you know, say for example I have a writer's blog going on and I'm not writing anything, and at this one point I'll be so bored of not writing anything, I'll be saturated, and that is the moment when I'll decide कि नहीं यार मतलब it's not done, I don't feel like being myself, I'm bored, So I think I'll like again start writing and start going to the studio making music.
Exactly. मेरे साथ क्या होता है? It's like मैं एक गाना प्रोड्यूस कर दिया पूरा, तो my whole body, my whole brain is filled with dopamine, crazy वाला. And अगर मैं 2-4 दिन स्ट्रेच में म्यूजिक नहीं बना रहा हूँ, या मैंने लोगों के साथ भी नोटिस किया, अगर हम नहीं बना रहे म्यूजिक फॉर अ सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, हम बहुत परेशान हो जाते हैं. वी आर नॉट आवरसेल्व्स. हम कुछ डिफरेंट बिहेव करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं.
It feels like
परेशान
as if we are losing something.
एग्जैक्टली. इट फील्स इलीगल कि हम काम क्यों नहीं कर रहे, म्यूजिक क्यों नहीं बना रहे.
आर्टिस्ट का एक दिमाग एक दरिया की तरह होता है, वो बहता जाएगा. आप जितना उठा सकोगे, समेट सकोगे अपने में, समेट लो. वो रुकने वाला नहीं है. It's like that.
And I think आप लोग तो you people are creators, but for somebody who's consuming, and you must have also consumed somebody's art at some point. I think अगर आप same चीज को अपनी जिंदगी के अलग अलग phases में देखो, you get different things out of it. May it be a book या गाना, it just hits you differently every time, and it might not sound the same to you in a span of time. कुछ साल बाद आप same चीज सुनोगे, might be something totally different.
Absolutely. Or you know, sometimes if you know, it also happens कि आपकी कोई melody है, कोई composition है, और say for example somebody took it away. ठीक है? Somebody just took it away.
Okay.
Before you released it, somebody picked it up and released it, for example.
Okay. Are you talking about stealing your music?
Yeah. Plagiarism.
Has it happened with you guys?
Copyright infringement.
Happens. मतलब धुन की level पे मैं बात करूँगा.
The melody.
Somebody is in the same room as you. You played a melody. Somebody took it, made another song out of it. You decided not to do anything about that song in that moment, and then you see कि यार ये तो उसने तो बना दिया. So in that case, what you do is कि you know, I've had this one experience, and उस वक्त मैंने खुद को ये कहा कि this is just one time for him. He took this away, and he thinks he will make something out of it. But an artist, Kashmir Pashmina, vision chasane kis artist. Zicha to kuta titsa chonshi, to magar at the end of the day, you will still keep, you know, producing more and more all your life. So I think that's how I see it, in a positive
Crazy.
way.
That is, I'm sure all your fans already know that you also used to write. You are a fabulous poet who has a very interesting pen name.
Thank you.
And I believe अगर आप किसी form के artist है तो you do know how to express yourself. So have you ever expressed your thoughts in any other way except music?
Yes. So writing is primary. Music came then. And the last thing that came to me was filmmaking. Visual art.
Right.
And I have enjoyed doing it as much as I have enjoyed doing music. The only difference is that it keeps me a little more on the edge than how I feel while I'm making music.
Right.
While I'm making music, I'm very contained, and because I think it's a contained atmosphere. Like you're in a room, you make music, or you sit somewhere, you make music. But when you're making a film, there's a lot of logistics to it, and you have to take care of everything. So when you're taking care of all of those things, for somebody who's a perfectionist like myself, wants everything to be very organized, it gives you a hard time. But I love feeling what it makes me feel, and I believe that if you're an artist, you're already multidisciplinary. If you are into painting, you somehow would love music. If you are into music, you somehow would like film.
True.
And you might also want to then explore कि say मैंने गाना बनाया. जब मैं गाना बनाता हूँ एक story चलती है ज़हन में. Arslan, whenever he makes a song, he comes up and he says, "This is what I see visually." So if you have a story already running in your mind when you are making a song, why not then harness it and make it into the music film of the very song? So I think that is how I see us doing art together. Not just music, but it can also be the visual going with it. It can also be a painting. Like I said, I was listening to John one the other day, I made a painting. So I think art supports and inspires more art. It could be just other art forms as well.
What is your other genre that you went out
He
to?
paints. Yeah, he does.
What?
I do.
Your social media fans?
No, nobody
Nobody knows
it.
about
Oh,
it.
it's a very private.
Pri- personal thing.
Personal thing. The case with me is that I don't really like to share myself, and I'm not really social about things. So I feel like कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती है जो अपने तक की खूबसूरत लगती है, दुनिया को जानने की जरूरत नहीं।
Like
और
that.
मुझे
It
लगता है
has to be
कि
pure that way.
और हर चीज नहीं आप सामने रख सकते हो. Like not everything is for people to take. You know, when you become popular and all of that, you know, people start thinking कि everything that this person has is ours. Everything that this person thinks is ours to know.
Right.
That's not the case. I would say the same thing. There are certain songs that I would never want to release. There are certain I mean, if I paint, I would not want to put them up on social media per se. I have, but I don't want to do it anymore. I want to keep some parts of me to myself.
दो दुनिया, एक लोगों के लिए, एक खुद के लिए।
Is there a collaboration that you guys would want to, मतलब ऐसा कौन सा इंसान है जिसके साथ you would want to collaborate, living or dead? And
I've had this dream. I've always manifested. I had manifested this. If there would be any artist I would like to collaborate with, was Rekha Bharadwaj, ma'am.
yes,
So there's this beautiful story behind it. A simple.
we are
short
all
story.
ears.
While back in 2023, Kafela, he's a guy who's wrote Ruh from my album Rikkat. He came to me and he told me that there's this song I've just wrote for my beloved, and I think you will do the justice. तो तुझे ये करना पड़ेगा. And कहीं ना कहीं मुझे वो एक जिम्मेदारी जैसी लगी,
Sense of responsibility.
because उसने वो अपने शरीक हयात के लिए लिखा था.
Oh,
तो it took me some time to absorb it, whatever he had wrote. So it starts with तेरी रूह की रूह में मिल जाऊं.
मिल
So
जाऊं.
पहली ही लाइन जो थी, तो वो मिलना ज़रूरी था, रूह का रूह से मिलना. तो कहीं ना कहीं इस टाइम मुझे ऐसा लगा कि गाने की रूह को मुझे अपनी रूह से मिलाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. And I remember I was sitting, I started composing this song, and I did the first line, तेरी रूह की रूह में मिल जाऊं. And while composing the song, मेरे दिमाग में एक ही ख्याल आया, एक ही इंसान की इमेज आई कि अगर कोई ये गाना गाएगा, it has to be Rekha ma'am.
oh,
Nobody else.
wow.
I had manifested it. And the strange part about this song is that when I met Kafela, he said the same thing to me, that I have manifested that Rekha ma'am should sing this song. And I'm really grateful to Ma that she actually, I'm really thankful that she really did this song for us, for me and for everyone.
So how was your first
Yes.
interaction with her? I mean, you
I was
manifested
really
to me
scared.
to actually
Being
do
really
it.
honest, I was really scared, but I feel like we really connected. Rekha ma'am और हमने पहले हम अच्छे से बातें की.
हाँ.
She is really into Sufism. She's a very deep person, deep thoughts, and she really made me comfortable before telling me what next. And then I told her about my story, that how my journey has started and how I'm here right now. And so I met Ma and I told her like, ये गाना है जो मैंने मैनिफेस्ट किया, आप गा सकते हैं क्या? And she said, देखते हैं क्या होता है. कुछ दिन बीते, कुछ 10-15-20 दिन के बाद मुझे कॉल आया कि you have to be in Mumbai. And I met her again after that. The first thing she said was, Arslan, तुम्हारी आवाज़ इतनी खूबसूरत है इसमें कि मेरा मन नहीं करता है गाने का.
Oh, that's such a compliment
मैं ये
coming from
सुनना ज़्यादा
somebody you
पसंद,
love.
या मैं ये सुनना ज़्यादा पसंद करूँगी बजाय गाने के.
Wow.
I think I still remember कि अगर अल्लाह ना करे, अगर मैं सब अपनी याददाश्त खो जाऊँ, ये एक चीज़ मैं कभी नहीं भूलूंगा, ये मैं कभी नहीं बोलूँगा कि ये चीज़ जो मेरे साथ उनने मुझे बोली.
Of course.
And then she was like, I cannot sing it because the way you have done, you've sung it, it will be difficult for me to match the same frequency or level. But then I was like, Mom, I told her like, Ma, I've also manifested things in my own way that it has to be you. You can give it a try for me because you're my idol. And
so
वैसे that's how Ruh came into existence. And I feel it will always be really close to my heart because of that one memory. ये ख्यालों में कोई शख्सियत होती है वो सिर्फ एक ख्यालों में होती है, वो हकीकत में आ जाए ये बहुत इम्पॉसिबल सा लगता है. तो मेरे लिए ये जो हकीकत में हुआ ये अभी भी ऐसा एक ख्वाब जैसा लगता है कि जैसे I'm thankful to her in every aspect of my life. And there's another story behind Ruh is that Ruh का जब वीडियो बनाना था तो Faheem was supposed to be there with me. Okay. We were planning to shoot it and we were looking for the proper cast, because being really honest, I'm a really camera shy person. जब कैमरा सामने होगा I don't think like I'll be able to be my own self. But there was something in Rohit sir, he saw something in me and he was like, Arslan, I feel like it has to be you and nobody else. Because the place you're coming from with this melody, nobody else can do the justice. It has to be you. So you don't have to act in there. You just have to be yourself. Be yourself, feel the lyrics, feel how you made the song.
Right.
You don't need to do anything. And that's how I did the song.
Wow, that's
The video is beautiful.
It is. The
was shot in,
conceptualization, beautiful video.
It was shot in Ladakh.
Beautifully shot by Winston.
Winston. What a great guy.
Yeah, that's a
That's
lot
a
of,
whole-
yes.
It was a whole new experience for all of us because we went together. We were supposed to fly to Ladakh, but then we changed our
Took
mind.
a road trip.
Yeah, we took a road trip and we like, let's see कैसा जाता है. So it was supposed to be Faheem, me and Kafila and Inam was there. तो हमने वो journey वहाँ से start की. And while coming back, ये वही होता ना कि आपको पता नहीं होता है आपकी जिंदगी में आगे क्या होने वाला है. हमें भी नहीं पता था. But जब हम वापस आने की तैयारी में थे, हमारा प्लान बना दैट अब जब हम वापस आ ही रहे हैं तो क्यों ना हम एक और वीडियो शूट करें. एंड दैट वाज सपोज्ड टू बी लोलनाथ.
Yes.
Beautifully shot.
Beautifully shot.
and Moin. They did
So
a great-
people on and Moin are the two lovely people behind the camera.
तो लोलनाथ भी कुछ ऐसा था. We were not planned for anything. We just went down there with a camera and a guitar and we shot down everything and it turned out to be really beautiful. Like everybody connects with the video and mostly with the lyrics of the song. I had cracked Jahan Mandi, but I was yet to. I was not able to crack the melody of Lol Naram. So it took me almost 8 years. ये कब हुआ? It supposed to happen was when Faheem was working on his album Lost and Found last year, and I was supposed to be in Delhi. I came there, but things didn't turn up really well. मैं वहाँ पे थोड़ा सा बीमार हो गया जिसकी वजह से क्रिटिकल कंडीशन हो गई. एंड वंस वो सब हो गया एंड जब मैं बाहर आया वापस, आई वाज देयर फॉर 18 days इन द हॉस्पिटल. जब मैं वापस बाहर आया, वो बोलते हैं ना कि जब आप बीमार होते हो तो आपके वो गुनाह धुल जाते हैं. तो मुझे भी कुछ ऐसा ही फील हो रहा था कि I felt like I'm really pure right now. And the first thing I did was I grabbed my guitar, I sat, and the first thing I did was, I don't know, intentionally, unintentionally, एक melody दिमाग में आई, and it was Lol Naram.
Wow.
And that's how Lol Naram came into existence.
What about you? Is there a composition with somebody that you would want to, a composition that you would want to be a part of?
Well, I think all the compositions of Kavish, mostly their album called Gunkali. I love that
Really?
whole album.
It's a,
Yeah,
it's a lovely album. Which is
all
your
their
favorite
songs
track
by
out of it?
Tere Pyar Mein. It's a beautiful song. So I think
Good choice.
if ever if I have to think if there was an artist I could collaborate with and sing one of theirs, it has to be them.
आप बताइए. Somebody ऐसा कोई जिसके साथ you would want to create music, or somebody that you want that this person should be singing one of my compositions at some point of time?
Honestly अभी तो नहीं. I'm very happy कि इनके साथ काम कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि honestly मेरी जितनी भी curiosity अभी current state पे है,
हाँ.
वही fulfill कर पा रहे हैं अच्छे से.
Oh, nice.
And एक point के बाद अगर curiosity ज़्यादा grow होगी, फिर
इनको छोड़ना पड़ेगा.
फिर आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा.
फिर आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा.
नहीं, it's not like
No, but then मैं पूछने वाली थी कि why these two? I mean, there are other people, there are the artists also. But what makes work so enjoyable and less work with the two of them?
मैंने इनका नमक खाया.
honestly मैं sort of therapy जैसा feel होता है. मैं जब फहीम के साथ काम करता हूँ, मैं इसको काम भी नहीं बोलूँ in the first place.
हाँ,
मतलब it's बैठे हैं, by the end of मतलब session जब हमारा गाना ready होता है, हम सुन रहे हैं, हमें यकीन नहीं होता है कि हमने बनाया है. And वो exact moment, उसके लिए मैं पूरा process करता हूँ. That exact moment वो मेरे दिमाग को इतना crazy rush देता है डोपामिन का. I'm like, ये हमने बनाया है. वो उस exact moment के लिए मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ. Amazing होता है. And when it comes to RC, वहाँ पे क्या, तो वहाँ पे लड़ाई होती है. लड़ाई चल रही है.
हमारा process बहुत different है. Almost since 3 months. Particularly with Hyder, what we've been doing is like, ये आता है, मैं आता हूँ. Very simple thing. ना इसको पता है क्या करना है, ना मुझे पता है क्या करना है. ठीक है. ना मैंने कुछ लिखा हुआ है, ना इसके दिमाग में कुछ
भी नहीं है. सारा scratch से start.
We start from scratch, zero. He starts with maybe some kind
Keys,
of ambience
guitars,
or pads, and then I start writing on it. And I think it takes us not more than an hour to finish the song.
Exactly. माइक लगी हुई है, वोकल टेक्स दिए जा रहे हैं, एंड विद इन नो टाइम कुछ फिगर आउट हो रहा है. एंड वो जो गाना एंड पे साउंड कर रहा है, वो इतना क्रेजी कि हमारा दिमाग फैसिनेट हो रहा है कि कैसे हो गया.
It feels like ये मेलोडी तो 10 साल से शायद आप बना रहे हो.
Exactly.
It feels like that.
Lord.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just because internally we have connected with each other so much that अभी हमें दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है.
And this is the main reason कि अभी मेरा मन नहीं करता किसी और के साथ काम करने को. honestly मतलब I feel very, मतलब मुझे honesty feel होती है दोनों की म्यूजिक से.
But I really think that, you know, beyond us, Hyder has to, you know, discover himself even more.
Exactly.
Because maybe what we are giving him is comfort. So he needs to get a little uncomfortable and see how would he work with people who are not of his frequency.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, that's what a producer has to do.
But at the same time, मैंने अभी तक I think हर्षदीप कौर, सोनू निगम, रश्मीत कौर, मैं सबके साथ काम कर चुका हूँ. लेकिन अगेन जो ये बोल रहे हैं कंफर्ट जोन इज क्रेजी, एंड एट सम पॉइंट मैं निकल जाऊंगा उस कंफर्ट जोन से. लेकिन अभी खुश हूँ मैं कि चल रहा है.
This is such a younger sibling response. Like it's okay, I'm having fun with the band.
मजा आ रहा है.
Nice, मजा आ रहा है. So Teraf, what is your favorite genre to create, to compose?
मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता जब मुझे कोई ये सवाल पूछे. क्योंकि मुझे जब मैं गाना बनाता हूँ मुझे खुद नहीं पता होता कौन सा जॉनर बन रहा है. मैं पे इनको पूछ रहा हूँ ये क्या
And but I think now he has consciously started like plunging into genres. कि मतलब फहीम भाई इसको soft rock बनाते हैं, इसको पूरा liquid R&B so yeah, no, I think
नए जॉनर्स बना रहे हैं खुद ही अपने आप.
Yeah. And the song decides for itself कि उसको क्या बनना है.
मतलब ये एक लर्निंग पॉइंट होता है एक आर्टिस्ट के लिए, मतलब प्राइमरी एज अ म्यूजिक प्रोड्यूसर. जब एक इंसान हर बार एक गाना उठा रहा है, कंपोजिशन उठा रहा है, बोल रहा है कि मेरे को इस पर्टिकुलर जॉनरा में लेना है, वहीं पे खुद को रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर रहा है, वो फंस गया वहीं पे. जब आप एक कंपोजिशन को एज इट मतलब जैसी वो है वैसे देख रहे हो, विदाउट थिंकिंग कि मेरे को उसको वहां लेना है या ऐसा साउंड कराना है, यू विल ऑलवेज मेक समथिंग फ्रेश.
So unfortunately, we are coming towards the end of this amazing conversation. तो जाते जाते मुझे आपसे दो बहुत ही ज़्यादा serious, एकदम deep level के questions पूछ रहे हैं.
Yeah.
First being कि people have started using AI, ChatGPT and different kinds of AI for making music, which some people find perfectly okay, and some have their own, you know.
Yeah, like ChatGPT, write me the lyrics.
Right.
Right.
But if AI was asked to make a piece of art or music that you guys individually make, what would it be missing?
Emotions.
Soul.
100%. It has to be emotions.
Yeah,
Lived memory.
Yes. Wow, that's a beautiful
That's
answer.
all.
Yes, because I think AI can only imitate based on what it already knows. But what I'm about to feel, what I'm feeling right now, and I've not written about it, it doesn't know what it is. So I think it's the emotion, and it's the way that I will grow and evolve as a vocalist. Say, for example, it cannot imitate what I have not done yet.
Right.
So I mean, whatever it does, it can be predictable. But whatever an artist does, it is
There's nothing
unpredictable.
bold about it. Kuch fascinating नहीं
We're
है.
just taking.
In fact, spiritual intuition as well.
That's an interesting take.
Let's suppose मैंने फना फला लिखा.
हाँ.
I cannot make that.
Hmm.
Because
True.
when I wrote it, I saw something.
Yeah.
I saw a malang going down the road. He told me मैं फना फला हूँ. I cannot understand that.
मतलब कितना भी अच्छा prompt आप दे दो,
नहीं.
नहीं होगा.
And I strongly believe that जो लोग भी AI यूज कर रहे हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं खुद को भूल रहे हैं.
और मुझे
क्योंकि वो
लगता
अपनी
है
हकीकत से अनजान परे रहेंगे पूरे. They will not be able to find themselves.
True.
and you know कौन सी variation आप कहाँ पे use करते हो while you're singing a song, only you know. AI will only imitate what you have already done.
True.
But at the same time, अगर किसी तरह का creative block आया है, ये आपको थोड़ा सा में push दे सकता है in a certain way. Maybe हल्का सा idea देगा, and वो idea फिर आप अलग से amplify कर सकते हो. वो बस मतलब बस एक चिंगारी देगा हल्की सी. बाकी you are the brain.
So usage of AI in music now, I think there's only one very good use of it is like, say for example, you make a song. In case you've made a song, you feed it to AI, make it listen to the song.
We do that.
Ask AI ki, what do you think about the song and what is it lacking in terms of it going to release big in Kashmir, for example. It can tell you what it lacks in terms of, say for example, you ask AI कि मुझे इस गाने को
AI
कितने
can write about love, but it can't love. In simple words.
Wow.
that is the truth. लेकिन हाँ, coming back to the point, I think if you ask AI कि, you know, tell me what do I lack in the song to make it a big mass appeal song. It can tell you what all you can do to make, you know, bring it there. Or say for example, you have made a song, what would you tell AI, what would you ask AI to, you know, help you make it a little indie. It can tell you all those techniques.
But
I
I
think-
really think that we need AI.
I don't think so. I mean,
AI is just here अभी एक साल पहले 2 साल पहले, इससे पहले भी there were
I think
lot of myth.
emotional intelligence बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, जो हर एक इंसान में होती है. एक आर्टिस्ट में थोड़ी heightened होती है, और AI is artificial, right? So it can only imitate. That's the whole point. It cannot be you.
You know, I was one of your, I think, behind the scenes clip of Ehsas where you and Dua are singing, and I think you say something which I don't know if your audience
that
or really
effect.
like that crack when her voice cracks. That just got so much of more character into music. And I think AI is so much about making things perfect. That human touch.
और
Takes away the
lack करते हैं.
imperfections.
Yes. It just, I think वही imperfection में finding beauty is something.
I think this is the best answer to this
Exactly.
question, because you know, आप polish करते हो, it becomes a product. It doesn't stay,
True.
you know, art. So I think that's the difference.
And humans एक rawness के साथ connect करते हैं, जब वो कुछ बहुत ही perfect चीज सुनते हैं, वो relate नहीं कर पाते उससे,
हाँ, ये वही ना, बहुत ज्यादा चमकीला शीशा हो तो फिर आंखों को चुभने लगता है.
चुभने लगता है.
जैसे मेरी आँखों को. Yeah.
Oh damn. But okay, so now coming to the last thing that I had to, I don't want to say ask, but if there was one thing out of every single piece of music that you released, if that could be printed on a tee, on a t-shirt, what I think I already know his answer, but what would it be from? I think Arslan is taking time to form an opinion about it, so we'll start with you.
अरे यार तूने याद रहा ये भी नया एहसास.
Okay. So I think for me it would be Kashmir. I would like Kashmir printed on t-shirts.
That's
One, because this is
Kashmir,
homeland.
of
Two,
course.
there's a song in the album
Kashmir.
called Kashmir.
which means very, very deeply to you.
Yeah, and I think Kashmir, when you say it, it is musical.
And to me, it will be Chui Sawale Nabi, Tait Mokloism, Yit Aise Alam, Girlo Tailo.
Jaan Audio की lyric है.
ये टी-शर्ट पे पहुंचेगा
पूरा प्यार
कोशिश करेंगे.
Yeah, I've seen my album name on the t-shirts that we had made, Lost Found.
Lost.
But then I also somewhere saw an ad जिसमें इश्क बहुत लिखा था इन पे. Yeah.
So your personal favorite would have been Kashmir though.
Yeah.
बढ़िया
I mean, for
Excel
the-
sheet में बन जाएगी.
For the sake of writing it on a t-shirt, yes, Kashmir.
Is there a favorite line from your work that you really, when you listen to it and you're like, okay, this is my favorite line?
I think I love, out of all my songs that I've ever written, I love Ilham the most. I love
beautiful
how
track.
I've written that song.
Beautiful track.
Sometimes
That was crazy.
sometimes I think कि भाई मतलब how was I even able to write that song? And there's this couplet. It says, जब से मुझको तू हुआ इल्हाम है, तब से ये दिल मेरा तुम्हारा गुलाम है. So I think this one couplet is it
That's
for me.
stunning.
It was a
Me?
pleasure talking to you.
So was it. So was mine.
Good night.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
being a part of this, for staying through all the weather that we
Yes.
had.
It was fun. The conversation. It didn't feel like
बहुत ज़्यादा
an interview. It was a conversation.
It was lovely. Thank you guys for making it so comfortable
Keep creating,
and so
not
engaging.
for the applauses, but for the connection.
Will do.
Stay grounded.
Ji huzur. Or any, so because for somebody like me, this is my first step
Yeah.
into creating
Mm.
things.
Mm.
What I would love to have a tippany.
I think you're doing great. Just be this.
Just be you.
Just be this.
Best thing is just be you.
Just be honest.
और कुछ करने की जरूरत. No script, nothing. You don't need it.
That's the best
Yeah,
thing.
that is boring now. मतलब.
So for people who are seeing this is unscripted, okay? There were
Yeah.
no questions.
I think that is how it should be.
And it has been really beautifully done.
ये सारे paid artists ने सभी
Yeah.
questions बताए थे.
पैसा निकालो.
सबको पैसे दिए
But guys, thank you for making it so wonderful.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having
It's so
us.
nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you.